Hey guys, welcome to the late season line. I apologize, I got kind of BSing with Jeff a little bit, got excited about seeing some sign, and it's like our fourth stop here when I realized, oh crap, I'm not filming anything yet. So anyway, this is what we're looking for, guys. You know, we got a nice little patch of mature timber here. Behind me goes down a creek down to another mature timber, and you can see the trail that these things are using. You know, they're just coming right down. Especially this time of year, I really believe it's important to have that trap directly in the trail. You know, these boar coon, they got one thing on their mind right now, and unless you put food literally right under their nose, they're not even going to pay attention, I don't think. But they're going down through there. The actual creek winds through here, and they actually go around that little piece of grass right there. We got another dog proof tucked in right there. But anyway, guys, we're set in late season. Already filled twice, filled my waders up with snow once. It's been an interesting start, but that's to be expected. Luckily there's enough snow there that this fat guy, he bounces pretty good in it. So anyway, guys, we're gonna get to the next spot. All right, guys, late season, we're focusing on timber to timber for sure. If you look down here, you can see these tracks were early in the late season, if that makes sense. When we first got that snow, they came through here and made these tracks in the snow, and they'll follow the same footprints over and over. Since then, we've been warming up during the day. We're getting a crust on the snow, so the coons are actually walking on top of it. If you look over here, I actually busted up a lot of this ice, but there's actually running water inside that culvert. And then right here on top of the ice, those little, it just looks like a little splatter of mud. Those are footprints going over, sorry if I can figure out where I'm at now. Those are footprints walking on the crust of this ice. So you might not actually see tracks physically down in the snow. If you get a crust, they're gonna walk on top. Matter of fact, I think the coon movement is better when you get a crust like that, because the coon they can move quicker, more efficient, they're not sinking in snow, and I think you get some pretty good movement. So it's looking good. I like this stuff. We've found some pretty decent stuff so far. The more of these we find, the better off I am. I love these. This just tells me there's a lot of activity. And you can even see right here on the bank where they're going up the side. I mean, this is just awesome, awesome, awesome location. Got this nice little creek here. It's going up to a pond up there, I was told. But anyway, we got open water, which open water is crazy right now. If you can find it, I mean, that's going to tell you pretty much everything. One thing that gave it away, you know, you can't tell, there's no snow disturbed, you can't tell anything's going through here. But right here, it's really tough to see if it zoom in on it, not the branch above it. But there's a piece of ground and the snow's completely gone from it. And they have to cross over that, which tells me if there's no snow on it, there's something going over it, dragging everything off. So also when you come down here, there's a few tracks right down in here, right there. But you know, it doesn't look like much, but they've got a clear path with nothing to get in their way, you know, nothing to leave tracks in. So it's a pretty good spot, and it's so narrow. I mean, it's probably only 6 inches wide down here. We're gonna throw a couple blind 1.5s in and see what happens, but I like it. It looks good. Now this is what we're talking about, everybody. This is just dynamite. I mean, mud trail, and like I said before, you know, they make some of those trails when the snow's still soft, so the footprints are there and you might not see them once you get a crust on it. But if we cross over here, you can actually see where the mud is on top of the snow, where they're walking over the top. You know, you're not always going to see the imprints in the snow if you get a good crust on it, so pay attention to those muddy footprints on top. You know, we got tracks over here too, but this is definitely just a highway here. I'm not sure what we're going to put here yet. I mean, we're definitely putting in probably, I'm going to say 3 or 4 traps, but just a phenomenal location. All right, we got this nice little open body of water here. There's not any actual coon sign that I'm seeing, but me and Jeff both think there's some muskrats swimming around in here. You can actually see some bubbles under the ice, and it comes out, and I don't think it's coon sign going up through there. In the past, he said he's caught a lot of muskrats and mink through here, but with open water and right behind me is a pretty good sized marsh. I think tomorrow we're gonna come in, we're gonna put a couple colonies in through here. The water gets deep here. I mean, straight down, you're probably looking about 4 or 5 foot deep of water. So anyway, it's a nice little area. Probably come in with some of my muskrat poles also. But Didn't quite get as prepared as I was hoping to be, but you know, hindsight's always 20/20. You never know what you're going to come across. And I was out skinning pretty late last night and loading up the truck till about 10:30. So anyway, we'll get down the road, guys. Well, for this late season, we're getting off the road here just a little bit. If you can tell, we got a really nice brush pile here, and just an absolute highway going to it. Down over here too, there's an old barn up here on the left, but we've got two more just absolute highways going to this brush pile. So definitely align this with some dog proof, so I feel good about this. This looks really nice. All right, guys, we're here at a kind of a farmyard type setup again. One of the farmers that my buddy has permission on. I got a little bit of a kind of an old machine shed here, kind of an old rougher one, and you can see the trail going right down here underneath that feed trough, even on the other side of it. And down here we got just some big den trees as well. Just a great kind of denning area set up all together, and there's definitely a few coon here. There's another trail kind of on the other side of the area up here, but we're gonna set that one as well to make it worth pulling in here. So we'll have probably 4 dog proofs out here. But anyway, nice location. All right, this is kind of a unique spot here. You don't typically see a lot of these late season, but right here we've got a really nice trail going through the snow, up, and just into the cornfield. Typically, you know, very rarely am I setting anything going to crops this time of year, but you know, there's no rules in trapping as far as when and where to set. It's just kind of more or less suggestions and guidelines to it, but definitely no rules for it. You know, if my partner hadn't seen this today, we would probably drove right past it, because you know, there's no, down there ways we got some timber, but you know, it's a long ways out there. So really good spot. We're definitely gonna put a couple dog proofs on it. Looking good. I'm pumped about it. I'm looking forward to tomorrow's first check. I don't see why we wouldn't have 15-20 coon just from what we've set already today. So it's a good day. How there's so much open water over here, I have no idea. We're all locked up completely at home, but he's still got plenty of moving water here. I kind of disturbed when I was coming out of here, but if you tell right there, that track, those tracks in that mud coming up over the bank here, that's the only way either one of us could really tell that there's any sign here. But just because you don't see stuff in the snow doesn't mean they're not moving. With open water like this, they can be walking right down this waterway and they'd leave no sign at all. So we got a couple pockets in. I got one right around that corner there, and then we got one right in here that I just threw a bunch of jack mackerel in. But you know, I think we definitely pick up a few mink while we're over here on this line. Definitely a pretty nice little setup here. Just a little creek system going from timber to timber. The timber's a little ways behind me, but you know, they're rutting, so they're traveling. It's no different than that bow hunter seeing that buck that they haven't had on camera all year because he originated his home territories 5 miles away. Same thing right now with rut and coon. You know, these coon are traveling long distances looking for sows. So all right, we're gonna get down the road, guys. Sun's starting to get a little low. We got a lot of stuff to get out yet. He promised me another 300 traps yet today, so oh boy, the look I got. But anyway, we're gonna get down the road. All right, guys, I'm hoping this shows up on camera here. This creek system here, if you look on the far left side, probably about 1.5 feet out from the bank, all the mud is a different color than the rest. This is all different color than down here. That's because all your coon traffic is, I shouldn't say all, it's not all, but majority of your coon traffic is walking that edge. So we're coming up on this spot. You don't know which to set because it's open water, you know, so there's no tracks through the snow. But if you look close to it, you can actually even if you look really close, you can actually see tracks in the bottom in the mud. But just that different color of mud shows me that that's the travel path. You know, everything else has kind of had a little bit of silting in, kind of debris, but that's stirred up right there. You know, that's fresh tracks going across that, and that's what we're looking for. Also on the other side of the road, ouch. On the other side of the road over here, I've got sign going, I mean, we've got actual tracks going through the snow. So always check both sides. You know, if you look at one side, think, nothing's moving, check out the other side. You never know, because you know, someone unfamiliar with this type of trapping might have looked on that other side and thought, oh, there's no movement here at all. but in turns there's actually quite a bit of movement down through here. So great location. I'm excited for it. I'm not sure what stop this is yet. Haven't put out a crazy number of stops, but just awesome ground that I'm setting on. So anyway, we're gonna get down the road. It's about 2:30, I think. It's only got a couple hours of daylight left, and he says we still got like 90% of this to run or something like that. So yeah, he says we got quite a bit of stuff left. So we're gonna get moving, fellas. It was a long day of setting. Didn't quite get out the sets we wanted to, but you know, we're not done yet. We're gonna go tomorrow, set some more, and then I got plenty more stuff set on the road to and from this location. So headed home. It's a long day. Sun's just going down. All right, guys, we just got home. It's about 10 till 6 or so here on the first day of setting this late season. Furs are drying pretty good. I got a fan on them last night, but I forgot to mention this morning those 32 coon that thawed out. I got up pretty early and got most of them brushed up in the tote. So we're gonna be trapping pretty hard this week, but at the same time I got fur to put up tonight, so it's probably gonna be another pretty late one. So anyway, it was a good day. We'll see you guys tomorrow. We're gonna be setting out a hell of a lot more, I think.